Next, the magician will astound us with some sleight of hand. But wait, his shoelace is untied. Not a good look for such a sharp-dressed man, and not very safe. Wouldn't want him to trip and break his mask. He gives his shoe a shake, then a few more for good measure. He's either got ants in his pants or is inventing a new dance move. Or maybe he's using some magic. Let's watch. How about that? His shoelace has miraculously knotted itself. I'm fit to be tied. So, how did the magician make his shoelace tie itself by magic? Here are the secrets. First off, his shoelace is really tied the whole time. The next secret is in this retractable key ring. A duplicate untied shoelace is attached to the end of the string where the keys would normally be fastened. The magician takes the other end and secretly clips it to his belt. The string, seen here, runs inside his pant leg so that the untied lace sticks out, while the tied lace is concealed by his pants. When the magician shakes his foot to make it look like he is tying the lace magically, all he's really doing is allowing the keyring to retract, pulling the untied lace up into his pants. See it go? Here it is again in slow motion. He presses the release and the lace shoots up inside his pants. Not so tricky when you know the secrets. This large steel frame will play a featured role in the magician's next mind-blowing illusion. So will his assistants. Here he is now, coming in from the mysterious fog. And here come the girls. And there goes the magician, floating straight up off the floor. The assistants return with the solid steel frame and pass it completely around the magician, proving that he's not supported from above, below, or anywhere. He's simply floating in midair. Let's see that again. Here's the frame, and there it goes, proving once and for all that it's not done with wires. Yet the magician continues to rise. And now he commands himself to lower, just in time to meet the ladies. How very smooth. So how did the magician make himself levitate and prove that there are no wires by having the steel frame passed around him from every direction? Here are the secrets. The first secret is in the wall of corrugated metal. Hidden within the seemingly random patchwork of metal sheets is a flexible rubber panel with a slit down the middle. Behind the wall is a solid steel arm that's attached to this hefty forklift. While the beautiful assistants enter and distract our attention, the forklift operator is driving forward, pushing the arm through the slit panel that's directly behind the magician. There it goes. Attached to the front of the arm is a plate containing a powerful electromagnet. The next secret is this harness that is concealed beneath the magician's costume. On the back is another heavy-duty metal plate that rests over the small of his back. When the mechanical arm comes in behind the magician, the forklift operator flips this switch, causing the electromagnet to securely grab onto the plate. When the magician appears to be magically rising off of the floor, he's really getting a lift from the forklift operator. But if he's attached to the metal arm, how do the assistants pass the large solid frame around him? It certainly appears that he's not being supported from any direction. The secret here is in the frame. It is solid metal, except for this small section on one side that's foam rubber, painted to look like metal. The foam bends and snaps back into place once the arm has passed through. When the first two girls moved the frame toward the magician, they slowed down slightly to hand it off to the other girls. Without the magician in place, we see that slowing the movement allows them to make sure the arm clears the foam rubber section. See it clear, then snap back? Next, when the assistants push the frame around the magician to prove there's nothing on either side of him, they're really just pushing it from the front to the back wall, completely avoiding the support. From this angle, we can see that there is plenty of room on either side of the support arm. Next, the forklift operator gently lowers the magician back to the floor, and the illusion is complete. Floating with no strings attached is easy when you know the secret. Next, the magician has a classic trick using this red silk handkerchief. Note that there's nothing in his hand. The magician takes the handkerchief and, if you'll pardon the expression, stuffs it into the top of his closed fist. Now watch. When he pulls the red handkerchief out of the bottom, it's yellow. He continues to stuff the red handkerchief into his fist, and out comes more yellow. Now for the rest of it. It's completely changed color and his hand is empty. Let's see that again. He stuffs the yellow handkerchief into his empty hand, just as before. This time when he pulls it out, it's red. See? Red. Yellow. Yellow goes in, red comes out. All the way out, and his hand is empty. The perfect trick. Okay, so how did the magician make the silk handkerchief change colors just by passing it through his empty hand? Here are the secrets. When the trick begins, the magician shows us an ordinary red handkerchief. What we don't see is this little flesh-colored tube that's concealed in his other hand and contains the yellow handkerchief, and nothing else. But how does he make the red go in and the yellow come out? Before the trick began, the magician stuffed the yellow handkerchief into the tube. Then he inserts the middle finger of his right hand into the tube in order to conceal it in his palm. The tube is hidden in his closed right fist as he shows us the red handkerchief. He passes the red handkerchief through his empty left hand a few times to show it empty, then secretly transfers the tube from his right to his left. It appears that he's stuffing the red handkerchief into his left hand, but it's really going into the tube. See? The red goes into the top half, pushing the yellow out of the bottom. This creates the illusion that the handkerchief is changing color. Here we can see that he's simply pulling the yellow out of the tube as the red goes in. But how does he show us that his hand is empty? When he finishes stuffing the red handkerchief into his left fist, he secretly inserts his finger into the tube again and conceals it in his right hand. Once he removes the yellow, his left hand is empty for all to see. Now you know the secret to one of magic's classic tricks.